told you.
Come on. Hey, don't look. Hey, thanks for coming back. Hey, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You're always messing up my stuff. I'm trying to let me be great. You just, yeah, walk away and laugh. That's right. Hey, don't worry about the peanut gallery. Look, hey, thanks for coming back. Hey, today I'm making some sauces, right, that I'm going to need for a dish that I'm making here. Actually, the next video you're going to see. Okay, so they're bell pepper sauces, right? So we have a red one with red bell pepper. We have a green bell pepper one. I'm going to show you how to make it. Yes, there were some issues. Yes, Mama Straw was messing with me, and she's still messing. I see you looking. Why you still laughing? Anyway, hey, look. Hope you enjoy this, despite all the problems that we're going to have, but we're going to make it work. Hey, just watch. Hope you enjoy this. I mean, really. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Now what we're going to need here, I have a red onion. I have half of a large red onion, because we're going to be making two sauces here now. So I have 2 green bell peppers that I've washed. And I also have 2 red bell peppers that I've washed. So now what we're going to do, we want to go ahead and slice these up so we can get these worked out. So we'll start with the green bell peppers. Got a bowl here. And you want to look at your bell peppers. Then what I like to do is just slice the top, right? To see if I'm going to use this, and we'll determine that here in a minute. But then I'm going to go on the sides, right? Avoiding the seeds as much as I can. It's kind of hard to do on the green bell peppers, because the seeds, they tend to stick to the sides. But we're going to see what we're working with. Goes in the trash there. We'll look at this. See if we want to use it. I'll use a piece of it. And these white membrane parts, you want to get rid of those, because those are the bitter pieces, right? That's why a lot of people actually don't like bell peppers, because that they get a taste of that bitter membrane. So we're going to get rid of that for them. Right? Let's go ahead and get rid of that. It's much easier to cut it out than use a spoon. And I'm not slicing this up quite yet. Because I'm going to be roasting them, you see. But I do want to get this membrane off of here, or out of the middle of it. And the seeds. We don't need the seeds. Now, let's look at this. We want some of this top crest. We're not trying to get the center. We just want as much of the bell pepper as we can get. Got a little trash bag here. Goes in. Let's work on the other green one. You know, there are several ways to cut your bell pepper. You don't have to use this way. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing it. As long as it gets done. And then look at your flesh, right? Look at the skin. You know, see if there's any damages on it. And you can address them at this point. Again, there's this bitter part. You don't want that. To the red ones, same thing. I mean, it's kind of, the shape is out of control, so you can't quite do this like you did the green one. But we'll work it out. Now let's dice up the onion. We're not dicing, we're really slicing it. It's just a rough slice. And for this, you can use as much or as little as you want. So this is going to be split between two sauces. Now you can use yellow onions, white onions, shallots, leeks. You know, lately I've been on a leek kick, right? You can use green onions if you want. It's completely up to you. So this is what we got. Now let's do the next step. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to turn our oven on the broil section, right? We're going to put our bell peppers in there on a foil-lined baking sheet, right? And we're going to broil it until the skin gets charred, right? Completely black. You know, so keep an eye on it, right? As soon as it gets, you know, completely black, then we're going to take it out and let it cool down. So let's get the baking sheet ready and get the oven going. Now by roasting the bell peppers like this, now we can do the onions too, but I'm not. We're actually going to saute the onions. But by roasting the bell peppers, it'll give it that nice smokiness, right? Gives a different dimension to your sauce. So that's why we're doing it. So I'm using a super heavy duty foil. It's real thick, love the stuff. And this foil, no joke right here, no joke. All right, now we're going to put our bell peppers on it with the skin side up, okay? All right, and these are going to go in. We're going to put them in, we're going to let them sit for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to give them a look. And we're just going to watch it, right? Until they get blackened up. Now, additionally, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on this, right, just to help it out. It's going to impart more flavor, and especially if you like me, you like the flavor of olive oil. This is going to be a nice little treat. And we're not going to season it. Take my brush here. We're not going to season it because when it chars, once it cools, we're going to be taking that charred skin off, okay? So you don't have to worry about seasoning it at this moment. We'll do that later. Okay, these go in. We'll give them about 5 minutes and we'll give them a look-see. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. You know, I looked at it. They still look vibrant, bright, nice color. So they ain't ready. So we're gonna give them another 5 minutes and give them a look-see. That's why I said it, look-see. Mama Shark gave me the eye, but Yeah, I said, look, see. What? Let me be great. Let me be great. What? Yeah, great with look, see. Let me be great. Let's get to it. All right, these should be ready to come out. Turn this off. Oh yeah. See how dark that is? That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. All right, so what we're gonna do, I have my sheets of aluminum foil here, which are different than the heavy duty sheets or the heavy duty foil, and I'm just gonna tin it, you see? Because I want these to steam while they're cooling down. That's gonna let the, it's gonna make it easier to pull the charred parts off. All right, now we took these out of the oven. Now they took roughly about too freaking long to get dark, right? So it all depends on your oven. You know, Mama Shaw gave me a hard time. I should have used the bottom oven, right? Because the top oven played too much, but you know, but whatever. Anyway, it depends on your oven, right? Your broiler, how close you put it to the broiler, right? All of that comes into play, right? I'm not in a rush, so I wouldn't really worry about it. But sometimes you gotta admit, she might have been right. I should have used the bottom oven, right? Just for speed's sake. But you know, we got there. We're gonna make it. So we're gonna let this cool down, and then we're going to remove the skin, which in theory, right, because it's sweating now, should be easily removed. Almost like a rubbing motion, if you will. Just rub it, and maybe you can peel it, but mainly just rubbing it, and it'll come right off. Okay, and you're not going to use that charred part. You're just going to get rid of that for flavor. So we're going to let this go ahead and cool down, and we'll be back when it's nice and cool. Hey, which could take some time. This is no rush, right? So this is something you can do earlier in the day, and then later on come back and work with it. So you don't have, it's not, there are no time constraints on it, right? So keep that in mind. All right, so it's cooled down enough for us to handle it. All right, this off. Now what we're gonna do is take these, and you're just peeling or rubbing off the charred parts. You see? See that? Some parts will peel right off. Some you gotta kind of rub it a little bit. See? Peels off. You know, you're not going to get 100% of it off, but you know, you want to get enough of it off. You see? Yeah, I've seen some people run water under it or water over it while they do this. I mean, that's an option. You can do that. It may even be easier for you if you do that. But in doing that, sometimes you kind of wash away some of that flavor. Not much, but enough. I don't want to lose any of the flavor. All right, let's get to the next step. Okay, now, so I should have roasted more of the bell peppers, right? So since I didn't get the amount or the quantity that I wanted, I'm going to add some fresh red and green bell peppers just for volume, okay? So let me get to that. Let's go ahead and start stewing, or not really stewing, but sauteing the onions. Then we're going to add everything together so you can see what's going on. All right, the heat's on. Put about a tablespoon of oil in here, tablespoon of oil there. Then we're going to add our onions. about half of each. There we go. Saute these up. Okay, we're going to let these go for about 3 minutes. Alright, now we're going to add our green bell peppers to the back here, our red bell peppers to the front. And we're going to saute these for a couple minutes. Let these, we're going to keep working these for about 3 minutes, and then we'll go to the next part. Alright, now we're going to add our roasted bit, our green, red. Mix these up. Now we're going to add about a half a cup of water to each. And turn it down to medium-low. Pop the lid on here. Well, actually, before we do that, we need to add some more seasoning. I want to add about a teaspoon of paprika. Teaspoon of paprika to each one of them. And now what I want to do, I want to add some type of acidity. So we're going to add some vinegar to this. And I'm going to be adding some red wine vinegar. Right, just a splash. Right, just a splash. Red wine vinegar. And we're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes with the lid on. Alright, so these have been simmering here now for 10 minutes. And now we just need them to cool down a bit so we can blend them up. So we're going to crack that lid, turn the heat off. Turn the heat off this guy. We're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes so it can steam and do what it's got to do. And then we're going to blend it up. Now we might add, for the green sauce, I might add some parsley. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. But the red sauce is going to have to stand on its own. But we'll see. Okay, so what I've done, I have the red bell pepper in this container. I have the green here. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to add a tablespoon of butter to each one of these, right, when we blend it. Now with the green one, I'm also going to add about a quarter of a cup of water, okay. I could use, different broths. I could use fish broth, fish stock, chicken stock, chicken broth, beef stock, but no, I'm just going to use water, okay. Now, I need the green sauce to be really green. So, if it's not to my liking, I'm going to add parsley to it, some fresh parsley, okay. So let's get this blended up. So first we're going to do our red bell pepper, then goes that butter. Put the lid on this. Now let's get it blended up until it's smooth. Alright, see what we got. No, it's too thick. Right, it's too thick. I can already see it's thicker than I want it. But let me taste it. Taste some chopsticks. It tastes good. It's just too thick. So I'm going to add a quarter cup of water to this. And we're going to puree it again. Right, 1500 watts of power right there. Yeah, it's a little more consistent, a little more what I'm looking for. Now at this point, let me taste it again. Make sure it's not watery. Tasting chopsticks. Oh, that's the right consistency. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. So, at this point, if you want to add salt, pepper, you could. I don't. This is good to go. Now I'm going to rinse off this blender head, and we're going to do the green bell pepper. Okay, here's the green. Put the butter in. I'm going to add about, I'm just going to go ahead and add a half a cup of water to this. Put the blending head on it. Just blend them up, see what the color looks like. In this one, I know the flavor's going to be there, but I'm looking for the color. Okay, first thing we're going to do, tasting chopsticks. Look at the color's not what I want. See, it's more of like a olive brown, but it tastes good. So I'm going to get some parsley ready, and we're going to throw some parsley in. I've washed some parsley. And this is roughly about 3/4 of a cup of parsley. I'm using the stems and everything. Get that nutrition in there also. Nutritional value. Going to put this in there because I really want more of a greenish color. Now you could also put dill in this, and the reason why I said dill is because in the next video that you see me do, when I actually use this sauce, you'll know what I'm talking about because it's going to be fish. Okay, so let's put this guy on, blend them up. I want it to be smoother, so guess what? I'm gonna do it again. How you doing? All right. See what we're working with here. See if we need to add more water in case it thickened up too much. But it looks good. It looks really good actually. Let me taste it. That the consistency, nice. Oh, look at that. Let me taste. That's nice. This is gonna work. All right, so let me see what we're working with. All right, so here we go. We have our two flavored sauces, the bell pepper, one green, one red, right? This is gonna go good with our dish that we're gonna be making here real soon. Hey, if you like this, yeah, I know there were some technical problems. I mean, there were some things happen. But when does that ever stop us? It doesn't. We kept it moving. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hey, join the peanut gallery. Hey, our arms are open, and we'll leave the light on for you. Also, if you can, please, hey, share this out. Well, it's not my best work, so you really don't have to share this out. But if you want to, hey, share it out. Also, if we're not connected on Instagram, hey, look me up, put my name in there, look for the gray cat, let's connect. That being said, this is Shrashira. I am out so I can prep for the next dish.